Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. In this video, we're talking about mastering lease options, a game-changing strategy for real estate investors.
Go. So welcome. Today we are here for lease options and how exactly to do lease options in 45 days. So imagine having your first lease option deal within 45 days. And you guys are going to see why that is so powerful, how that absolutely can change your life. But as we're getting started, here's what I would love for people to do. We're going to go over a few housekeeping, but I want to make sure you have pen and paper so that you can take copious notes. We really want you to not just hear the information, but start to internalize this information. Because if you want to be a real estate investor, you want to know the steps, you want to know the process, and you want to feel confident in doing what you do. The other thing is eliminate all distractions. So if you've got people walking around in and out, try to go to a place where you can focus and really give this your full attention. And turn off any notifications that you have that may pop up on your device and kind of pull you away from the information as much as you can. And by all means, have fun with this, because when we have fun, we learn better. We tend to focus better. We absorb the information so much better. And guys, I have the privilege and the honor to introduce to you guys a phenomenal man. He is my coach. He is my mentor. He is a guru in his arena. And I'm going to let him sort of tell you what he's done. But what I want to tell you about him, not only does he fully understand the real estate industry, he really understands people and how to see people win and how to help people succeed. Mr. Seigler, are you there?
LaShonda, I sure am. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Fantastic. Well, first of all, I got to give it back to you. Y'all listening to the voice of someone that is absolutely going to crush the real estate investing game. I mean that. She's going to crush it. Now, y'all saying, well, how do I know? Let me just tell y'all a little something. I've only been coaching people for a little over 20 years. And when I shared with LaShonda what I'm about to share with you, and I just shared this maybe about almost 8 weeks ago now. In one conversation, she went back, talked to Rochelle about it. And I heard her make this kind of sound. I don't normally hear that kind of pitch unless I listen to some Prince or something like that. She was really excited. She saw the vision for herself and family. And she is already, we're talking now, y'all, just a couple of months ago. She is already mapping out how to have achieved over 7 figures within the next, a little under 24 months. Y'all, listen. Now, I don't know about you all. There may be some people on here that's already making over $1 million a year, and that's wonderful. That's wonderful. But most people aren't. Most people don't even have an idea of how to acquire a strong 6-figure income. LaShonda wrote it out, literally wrote it on a piece of paper, step by step, month by month, after she learned one of the secrets that you're about to learn tonight. So I'm just letting you know what's possible. Not only am I going to be coaching you, but LaShonda is going to actually be one of the top executive coaches in this movement as well. And maybe even, y'all going to hear a little later on, maybe even one of you also. Now, we're going to talk about a secret that's in the industry. A lot of people, there's a lot of buzz going on about fix and flips, a whole bunch of talk going on about wholesales, and there's nothing wrong with those things. I've done those things over the years. But what really changed my life was something called lease options. And to keep it real simple, you want to understand what's the secret behind lease options? We help sellers who can't sell, and we help buyers who can't buy. And we mix the two. I repeat that. We help sellers who can't sell, and then we help buyers who can't buy. And we're the solution. See, we're in the solutions business. We're in the helping people business. So when you lock in on this particular strategy, there's many different ways to make money in real estate, but I want you to lock in on the kind of like the hidden gem, the diamond that haven't been discovered by most yet. And you're going to see how this can change your life, just like LaShonda has seen how it's going to change hers. Now, why do we love lease options? Let me give you 10 reasons why. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to slide. She showed me how to move people from one side to the other so it don't cover the words. There we go. Oh, we cooking with grease now. Y'all, by the way, I'm an old country boy originally from the Carolinas. You know, I reside in Boston, but so you're going to hear me say some country stuff every now and then. Please don't hold that against me, but it is what it is, and I just love being a country boy. Now, let me talk about the 10 things that you're going to love about lease option. There's very little competition. As I just mentioned, very few people even know about it. Very few. You will always, you go to YouTube, go to Facebook, you'll hear people talking about wholesales and fix and flips and wholesales and fix and flips and flips and fix. But very few people talk about lease optioning, especially sandwich lease options. So little competition. There's more deals to work. Lease options deals with helping find properties, nice looking properties in nice neighborhoods. Not them beat up houses like a lot of people out there looking for. Those are hard to find. You know, they're not just right in your face, but you can walk out your house right now and you will see very nice homes in nice neighborhoods. So which means there's more deals to work. There's no money required. You're going to learn how to use none of your money or very little, maybe to get some business cards and maybe you get some signs, but very little of your money is required to make quite a bit. And it's immediate cash. You're going to learn how with a lease option, especially sandwich lease options, you can get paid instantly. And I don't mean just small money. I'm talking about thousands of dollars. You're going to learn how to build long-term assets. Again, I don't want you to just get paid once per deal. I want you to get paid what's called residual income and long-term money. You're making no lowball offers. Once you found those beat up houses and you're trying to get that house for pennies on the dollar, as I said, those are very few and those are hard to come by. No matter what people are telling you, they're not that easy to find. And a lot of sellers, people own a home, they don't want you coming to them saying that you want to buy their home at 60% of its value or 50% of its value. So there's no embarrassing lowball offers. Again, passive income, no landlord headaches. You're going to see exactly what I mean in just a little bit. Most times when people control property, they're scared of getting those phone calls late at night. You know, somebody saying how the sink is stopped up or their toilet is overflowed and then they got to get up at wee hours and take care of those problems. That is gone. There's a large pool of buyers. I'm going to show you how. Matter of fact, I'm launching a new seminar, something that I launched a year and a half ago. And it helped hundreds and hundreds of people. There's a huge pool of buyers out there that's looking for help. And you're going to see exactly who those are in a minute. And you're going to see why it's always better to control versus own. When you own something, you risk a whole bunch, but it's better to control a lot of property than actually be the owner of a thing. You're going to see why in a moment. Now, with a lease option, especially what we call a sandwich lease option, we get paid 3 times a deal. 3 times in one deal. Y'all like, wait a minute, hold on. Now, most real estate you hear, people fix the house up, put it on the market, they sell it, got paid 1 time, that's it. Not with the sandwich lease option. See, you're gonna get paid something called option payment. Y'all gonna love that. Y'all gonna love that one word, option. Is going to get to you in a little bit. Probably in the next 10 minutes, that's probably going to be one of your favorite words. It's right under sweet potato pie for me. Option. Second, you're going to get paid on what's called the difference in your rent, and you'll see exactly what I mean in a moment. And then you're going to get paid at the end of the deal, what's what we call the end profit. So the difference in the sales price. So let me show you what I mean. But right now we're going to go over what the steps are, and then I'm going to give you an example of exactly how a sandwich lease option works. What I'm going to do right now, I'm going to slide y'all faces over here. Y'all listen, I don't know if they told you or not, I'm the least computer technical person you're probably going to ever meet. My little angels, they're 11 and 12, they know all about this computer stuff. So I laugh at myself a whole lot because here it is, a owner of a company for many, many, many years, and everybody on the team and the staff and all of them, they knew and know how to use a computer very well. I'm learning all this good stuff from a lot of people that's on my team right now. So they just showed me how to slide our faces from one side to the other. They're just so cute. So don't mind me, y'all. Every now and then I like to laugh at myself. You gotta have fun. Anyway, I'm gonna go through some steps on how a lease option works. Then I'm gonna give you an example. And once you hear that example, I promise you this, you will never ever be able to think the same about real estate investing. And not only that, tonight you're actually going to get the forms, the contracts, and the scripts. Get ready. It's going to be a big night. Now, steps 1 through 4 to have me making a successful deal with the sandwich lease option. First, you're going to find qualified leads. After you find that particular property, you're going to see exactly how to do that. We're going to contact the owner. There's a certain script that we use. Then we're going to make an offer to that owner. When they do accept, everybody will not, but the ones who do accept, we're going to do a walkthrough of the property. Remember, these are nice houses in nice neighborhoods. So you don't have to worry about going in there and there's holes in the floor and there's a big old, a hole in the wall and all that other stuff going on. Not here. That's steps 1 through 4. Let's see where we are here. What am I looking at? Now, what you're looking at right now is where we can find some of these properties. Now, some of you, I want you to write this down, and some of you may know some of these sites already. You can go to sites called FSBO, that's for sale by owner.com, and you'll see a list of, remember, these are sellers, owners who are looking to sell their property. And many times they've had these properties on the market for a long time. My advice is you're looking for a property that's been on the market or been trying to be sold for 3 months or longer. You're even looking for property that actually been on the market for a long time and that contract has expired. So it's called an expired listing. And maybe your friend, your realtor, we're going to talk about those folks in a little bit, but they can get you leads from what's called the MLS, multiple listing service, of property that was on the market, and because it never sold, that time expired. Remember, these are sellers who are motivated. You're not really looking for a house that they just put it on the market this week because they're not motivated yet. They're not frustrated yet. But when they put a property on the market and 3 months, 5 months, 10 months went by, they're looking for a solution. Especially, I help you find properties that are vacant, because when a house is vacant, now that homeowner, wherever they live, they're paying, most of the time, they're paying a mortgage on an empty house. Y'all, that is a painful situation. I've had that one time in my life. I'll never want to feel that again. And neither does these sellers. You're also going to go to certain sites called Zillow.com. You're going to go to sites called forrentbyowner.com. Now, forrentbyowner.com, y'all write this down, it's very important. I personally like that more than any of those sites. Why? Because we're looking for a property that is empty, and we're hoping that we can rent it for a certain period of time and sell our contract to a future renter who we're going to help buy it. You're going to see exactly what I mean when you see the example. So you want to talk to a seller, an owner who's already accustomed to renting their property. See, sometimes it's going to be a little harder convincing the person who just wants to sell their home for sale by owner, because they're not thinking about renting their property. They're thinking about selling it and being done with it. That renter, that landlord, they're used to having a tenant there already. So when we propose our suggestion to them and our solution, you're going to see exactly how that works. So write down these sites. For salebyowner.com, they On the industry, we call them FSBO. I don't even know why they call it. I don't even know where they call it. But FSBO.com, and for rent by owner, FRBO.com, and they call that FRBO. I mean, I didn't come up with the names, y'all. So don't hold that against me. And you're going to see everything I'm saying. I'm just going through it right now, and then we're going to bring it to life in a matter of moments. Step 5 through 7. Step 5 is, remember, once you found the property, put it under contract, you did a walkthrough. In that contract, it says you have 14 days for it to be a solid contract, if you will. So in that 14-day time frame, we're going to make sure that property is worth what it should be worth. So that's when you talk to your phenomenal realtor that you should have on board. Again, I'm going to go over who those people are in just a little bit. They're going to give you what's called comps. It's really called comparables. What they're going to do is they're going to look at your property, and then they're going to compare it to other properties that are very similar to your property within about a mile radius. And they're going to also look to see what properties have sold in the past 6 months or so similar to your property. We're not looking for property that's for sale, because for sale doesn't mean you don't know what that property is really going to sell for. So that's not what we're looking for. So y'all keep that in mind. When we're looking for what's called comparables or comps, that means you're looking for properties that have already sold. So you know, if you see 3 other properties that sold for, let's just say, $200,000, that's similar to your property, same amount of bedrooms, bathrooms, same amount of square footage, and so on, then it's a good indication that the property you're looking at is worth about $200,000 as well. That's a comp. Now, not only do we want to know what the property is worth, we also want to know what does that property rent for in that particular community. Again, your superstar or real estate professional can get you that information. Then we want to put the property under contract. See, first, what we did was, again, we made an offer. They accepted our offer. We did a little due diligence. Now we're putting it under contract. That's the lease option contract. Y'all, now it's about to get serious. And you're going to see our contract in just a little bit. Once we put it under contract, I want you to take that contract down to your county clerk office, to the courthouse, and file that.
Walking down here looking for you every day.
All right.
Yeah, I had to go get my teeth done.
Oh.
Okay, that sounds pretty good. All right, and happy holidays. So once we put that property under contract, what we're going to do now is we're going to file something called an affidavit of memorandum. Now, what is an affidavit of memorandum? Y'all, it's just a simple little form that's putting the world on notice, saying you and only you have the rights to buy this property. See, sometimes, not often, but there are some times that the seller, you made an offer to the seller and you said you want the property for $200,000. They said yes, sounds great. But then a couple of days later, somebody else reached out to that seller and they offered $210,000. Well, if you're under contract, they can't do that legally because you've, if you will, secured your deal. But every now and then you get an unscrupulous person and they will take that higher offer. But they won't be able to do that if you filed an affidavit of memorandum and took that down to your courthouse. Once you do that, you are protected. So we have that form for you, and your legal team will be able to make sure that everything I'm saying right now is compliant in your state. I'm just giving you the steps now, and then we're going to bring it to life in a little bit. All right, I'm going to take this picture and slide it. We don't need to put all these things on one side. We'll do some sliding going on. All right. Steps 8 through 10. Now that you put that, you're going to protect it yourself. You filed that affidavit memorandum. Now, y'all, it's time for you to put a sign in the yard and start marketing that property. We're going to show you exactly how to take pictures of that property, how to put that property on Facebook Marketplace, how to put that property on Craigslist, how to put a sign in the yard and in the neighborhood saying rent to own. I'm gonna give y'all some key words that when they see these words, your phone is gonna blow up. Rent to own, no bank qualifying, poor credit okay. If you got 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom, whatever, and just say small down payment and X amount, whatever your rent is going to be. So putting down small down payment plus, let's say your rent's going to be $1,000 a month. $1,000 can get you in. Call in whatever number you have. Y'all, when you post that on Facebook with a nice picture of that property, when you post that on Craigslist, and when you got signs in that yard as well as around that neighborhood, as I said, you're going to get more calls than you can imagine. That's marketing your property. When we call these tenant buyers, because they're a tenant for a little while, and then they're going to buy the property at a certain time. We have a form that we're going to use when they call you. You're going to ask them certain questions on that form. That form qualifies that tenant buyer. And then we're going to have that tenant buyer, the one that you choose, we're going to have that tenant buyer sign a contract that they will buy the property from you. So get this now. You put the property under contract from a seller. I'm going to call that seller Sally. And then you're going to transfer your contract to the next tenant who wants to buy the property. And you get paid in the middle. Wait till you see exactly how that works. And the last 2 steps, y'all, is why y'all are on this training right now. Now it's time. You went talked to all of these tenant buyers who called about the property. They came and took a look at the house. Again, your superstar real estate professional gave them a walkthrough, if you will. We picked the one that we think is best qualified. They gave an option payment, which is non-refundable. It is pretty large. The average option payment is between $5,000 and $10,000. I've seen them a lot more than that, but you will be walking away on average with about $5,000 to $10,000 for every deal instantly. That's that instant payment we were speaking about. And all I teach you to do then is just rinse and repeat. Now I think it's time to bring some of this to life. Y'all ready? Now here we go. It's about to get, as we say in the South, it's about to get gooder. I can't get away with saying that when I'm home in Boston. Whenever I'm down south, I do have fun with that. Now, let's bring it home. Y'all ready to bring it home? Let me see some hands raised. Can they put something in the chat? Oh, I see the young lady that got the teeth work. She raised her hand. All right. I see you. All right, y'all put in the chat. If y'all want to see the money, say show me the money. I ain't gonna move. I'm not going no further till y'all put in the chat box, show me the money. I'm gonna sit here and listen to jazz till I see it. I'm gonna sit here and listen to jazz. I ain't playing. Listen to jazz. Let me see. Is it in there yet? Well, that's just one of y'all. Y'all better put it in there. I ain't moving. I'm gonna enjoy
I see 2. I see 3. All right, we got 4, 5.
They got 5? They got 5?
Yep, we got 5.
They got 5 on it? You got 5 on it?
Mm-hmm.
That's an old school thing. Y'all got to be over 50 to know what I'm talking about. We got 5. Anyway, y'all, let's have some fun, y'all. By the way, after doing this stuff for y'all for 20 plus years, I've learned how to have some fun with the right professionals and the right people. You can have fun and make a lot of money at the same time. My very first year doing this, when I didn't know what I was doing, when I did not have a coach, I did not know anything about putting together a power team, none of that, but made over $300,000 that first year. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Put 5 on it. Go and give it 5. Somebody just touch it, just that's what I'm talking about. All right, so here we go. Now, I need y'all to write this down along with us, because you learn faster as you write. And I learned that a long time ago in a different class. So just if you can grab yourself a piece of paper and a pen or pencil, whatever, these next 7 to 10 minutes, It's going to really change your life. Y'all tell you, you're not going to be able to think the same when you start thinking about real estate and what you can do. See, this is the easiest way for anyone on this training to make somewhere between $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 a month easily. So let me just show you how. Once you learn the process, right now we have a couple students on here that's literally learning the process, and they're learning it rather quickly. And now it's your turn. So remember, the first thing we did was we found a property. We looked on for sale by owner.com. We went to for rent by owner.com. We went to Zillow. There's some other sites that you can look at as well. Again, we're going to coach you through that. You don't have to remember all this right now. I'm just giving you the picture. So we looked for a certain property. Then we contacted the seller. There's a way that we can get sometimes the seller put their telephone numbers down in those sites. Sometimes they don't. When they don't, we do a process called skip tracing so that we can get their telephone numbers. So when we call the sellers with our pre-written script, and we're going to role play that. Now, I'm not going to have y'all, you're not going to just call out of nowhere. Let me tell y'all something. Please don't. I've had some students who did not wait for me to coach them, and they just went right out there. And then I teach everybody to record your calls, and some of them were literally reading from the script. You know, they sounded a little bit robotic. So we don't want to do that. We're going to role play, and we're going to, matter of fact, your first 3 to 5 calls, I'll be doing it for you. Myself, LaShondra, one of our other executive directors, we're actually doing the calls for you so you can listen and learn and see how simple it is. So we found the property. We called Sally the seller. Now, LaShondra's going to be able to put some numbers on the screen as I say them. So after talking to Sally, Sally said we saw that her house was on the market for $200,000. But after talking to Sally, using certain negotiating skills, we got Sally to accept that we're willing to, if you will, lease option or rent to own her property for, let's say, $190,000. Now it's worth $200,000, but we got it under for $190,000. Now write that down. It's going to be very, very important. Now we're gonna rent it for the next 3 years, and then we're gonna buy it. But we're gonna control it. So we're gonna put it under what's called a lease option contract, and we're gonna do this for 3 years, and then we're gonna buy it. Now, the strategy you're hearing right now, this is for people who are dead broke. So now, so if you got money, great. But this strategy here is for somebody who got no money. They just mastered this skill that you're about to hear tonight. Now, we found out that their mortgage was about $1,000. So we said we will cover their mortgage for $1,000 for these next 36 months. So look at the deal that we have with Sally. The property is valued at what? What is it valued at? $200,000. How do we know it's valued at $200,000? Because our superstar real estate professional told us what the comps were. So we know the house is worth $200,000, but because of our negotiations, we got her to say, I'll sell it for $190,000. Remember, she lives in a totally different property, so she was paying $1,000 a month, every single month, in an empty house. Y'all, how many of y'all know that's painful? You got an empty house and you paying a mortgage on the empty house every month of $1,000. So we came to the rescue of Sally, because she had it on the market for a long time. Nobody, no takers, nobody was interested in buying the property. So we put this under a deal for a 3-year term. We're going to pay the mortgage for the next 36 months, and at the end of our term, we say we or someone we know will buy the property. It's very important you get that. We or someone we recommend. You're gonna see the exact term in a moment. So now you got a property. It's under contract. You filed the affidavit of memorandum. You protected your hindsight. Now it's time to market that property. So remember I said we're gonna put signs in the yard, We're going to put that picture of that property on Facebook Marketplace. We're going to put pictures of that property on Craigslist. Your phone is going to blow up. Just trust me on that. Now, what's going to happen is, I'm going to use a small number. Let's say 10 people wanted to come and take a look at the property. You decided on Bob. You said, okay, Bob said, hey, I want this property. He and his wife looked at it, and now all 10 of them filled out the form. All 10 of them fill out the application that we have, and we choose who we want to get the property. So if 10 people came out and you chose one, remember that, keep that in mind later. That means 9 other people is waiting for you to find them a house. I'll get back to that in a moment. So let's say with Bob is going to rent the property for a year. And we decided to say, okay, Bob, we're going to sell it to you in 1 year for $210,000. We're selling it to Bob for $210,000. Now, some of y'all are saying, wait a minute, but the property right now is only worth $200,000. That's right. But due to appreciation, properties go up in value. In a year's time, it's expected to go up X percentage. Again, you talk to your realtor and they're going to share all this with you. So I'll know that the property may be worth actually $220,000, but I decided to sell it to Bob for $210,000 in a year. Now, get this, y'all. Bob says in the application, when we're talking to all those people who called you about the property, Bob says, hey, I got $10,000 option payment to put down on this property. So Bob gave us a $10,000 non-refundable option payment. She's gonna write that in there somewhere. I see it. Girl, you got magic. So you just received a $10,000 option payment. We're gonna rent the property. Again, your realtor told you what it could rent for, and she said you can get up to $1,500 a month for this property. So you're gonna rent this for $1,400 a month. So now they're renting it for $1,400 a month. Now, y'all, remember, with a sandwich lease option, you get paid 3 times in one deal. Your first payment, soon as you decided to give it to Bob and his family, he and his family, they're happy. You know, they met him at their house. They wrote you a check. That first check is that option payment. Now they got the keys to the property. Next month, they're paying you $1,400 a month. But wait a minute, you have to pay the seller. Remember, the seller still owns the house. You're only controlling the property. You don't own the house. So when you're getting $1,400 a month, how much do you owe the seller every month? $1,000. How much does that leave you for positive cash flow every month? $400 a month cash flow. Yeah, every single month. Now, during this time, people normally do a rent to own or a lease option because their credit is messed up, or maybe not be where it really should be. Sometimes their income is not where it should be, and sometimes they have too much debt. Well, I'm already partnered with a company that helps people increase their credit score by up to 150 points in less than 90 days. I'm already partnered with a company that will help people build that extra income in case their income is a little short. I'm already partnered with a company that'll help you pay off your debts, because when you're buying a house at the end of the year, the bank or the mortgage company you're going through, they want to make sure your, what they call your debt to your income, is kind of properly balanced, right? So we help people throughout that year that they're renting the house. We help them so they can qualify to buy that property at the end of 12 months. I need y'all to get that. So 12 months, when their rental time is up, they are going to the bank and borrowing the money to buy that house from Sal. We're just the middleman, or in some of your cases, the middlewoman in the middle of this deal. Now, after 12 months, what do you get paid? Let's look at the math. They're buying the house for $210,000, but they already gave you $10,000, so that means they still owe $200,000 to buy this house. So they're going to get a loan from the bank. Well, you owe $190,000 to Sally. So from that $200,000, your tenant buyer has gotten from the bank, $190,000 pays off Sally, but $10,000 is given to you in this particular deal at the end of a year. Now let's take a look at that. Let's look at that diagram. As I watched LaShonda draw that last circle, oh, that was a nice circle. That was really nice. Y'all, take a look at that for a moment. In that one deal, how much did you receive? That deal right there alone put $20,400 in your pocket. One deal. You did not own the property. That property is not yours. You found a seller who could not sell, and you helped a buyer who could not buy, and you put them together. And this is what's called a sandwich lease option. Now, y'all, what I'm about to say now is the part where I think LaShonda told me this is the part that she lost some sleep on. You remember those other 9 people that came to look at that property? Now, you gave it to Bob and Sally and his family. I mean, Bob, his wife, and their family. But what are we going to do for those other 9? Well, that's when you stay in that same community, because they showed you where they want to live, and you do this same deal. You find another property because you already have 9 other people who told you, I have thousands and thousands of dollars to move into a house. I know you got a program that's going to help me with my credit and my debts and my income. I'm ready to move in. Y'all, your first deal is going to be the hardest deal you've ever done, because after that, you have an unlimited supply of tenant buyers who are going to be flooding your phones, and all you have to do now is just find them the house. So when LaShonda saw, wait a second. So in other words, I can find a house real quick, put it under contract, and I already got a seller, a buyer. Yes, you got 9 of them. But even though we already have 9 more buyers, every property you get, you're still going to market it the same way. You're still going to put a sign in the yard, a sign in the neighborhood. You're still going to put that property on Facebook Marketplace. You're still going to put that property on Craigslist, because you want more and more tenant buyers to call you, and you want to qualify them. In our questionnaire for that tenant buyer, we ask, what city do you want to live in? What's your second option if we can't find your home in that particular city? We ask them, what's the largest amount of down payment that they have? We ask them, how much money do they pay right now for rent? What's the largest amount of rent that they can pay? We ask them all of these things in the questionnaire, y'all. So you have all of this information with these tenant buyers every single time you advertise one of your properties. That's the power of a lease option. Oh my goodness, we got a whole bunch of celebrities on here tonight. Goodness gracious. I thought it was just 10 of y'all. Some more popped up. Hey y'all, how y'all doing out there? I see y'all. Are they muted right now? Let's unmute everybody. I like to hear some sounds a little bit. I like to hear some sounds.
Hello.
Y'all. Hey y'all.
How are you?
I heard you already.
I'm very sorry.
No, we're family here. Good to see you. Everybody good out there? Y'all make some noise. It's okay. It's all right. Make some noise. Listen, for those of you who don't know, listen, let me help y'all out a little. Because I used to be like some of y'all. Some of y'all are kind of stoic and you're serious and all that. In my younger days, that was me. I was told when I was with corporate America, I had to be a certain kind of way. Hello, how are you? I'm Jonathan H. Cycler. Well, y'all know what? I don't do that. I'm just a plain old country hick that figured it out. You know what I figured out? Money loves positive energy. Money loves positive energy.
Absolutely.
So with that being said, now some of y'all like, how do I know? I don't know. I know some of y'all I've been coaching for a couple of years now. I've been very, very blessed to make some very incredible money over these years. And but these last 2 years, I decided to get more into coaching instead of making my money. Y'all, no, I'm going back to making my money. LaShonda, like, y'all don't know. Yeah, I missed 7 figures. I'm good, but this six don't work. So I can help y'all. I'm gonna show y'all now, again, as I mentioned before, how we can help. Check this out. If you are a real estate professional on this call, you definitely want to be a part of this movement, because you're gonna hear something in a minute. It's gonna mess your brain up. If you're a mortgage professional on this call, you want to get with whichever one of my executives that got you on here. You want to get with them like ASAP. If you're an attorney, a real estate attorney on this call, y'all just saw the gentleman from Chicago. He's ready to explode this thing already, and we only talked for less than 5 minutes. He had to go. We talked for 5 minutes. He says, I'm in. He said, let's do this. You in Chicago already? I said, no, I got some executives in Chicago, but I'm not there. But we're about to do something really big, y'all, really big. And what y'all just saw was the sandwich lease option training that right now, as I mentioned before, I didn't know what the heck I was doing when I first did the very first one years ago. Made all kind of mistakes. Told y'all, didn't have a coach. Nobody held me by the hand and told me the importance of having the right real estate professional, the right mortgage professional, the right attorney, the right construction team, and so on and so forth. I didn't know all of that. And to still make over $300,000 and all those mistakes, you all are in an unbelievable position, because this is what's happening right now. Thanks to LaShonda. And again, I always like to give credit where it's due, y'all. I just have to. Everybody who knows me, y'all heard me say this earlier, and I'll say it again. As I said, I am what you call technologically challenged. this computer, I've always had my staff take care of those things. I'm the guy that would be on stage or train people all around the world, but I had my staff handle all the technological stuff. I was actually working with LaShonda for almost a year and a half before I knew who she was. I need y'all to hear what I'm saying now. Sometimes the person you're looking for is right there, and you're looking all across the country. I'm talking to people in India. I'm talking to people in the Philippines. I kid you not. And LaShonda was already in my organization. Already. I seen her almost every month and did not know the person who I was looking for was right there. LaShonda knows all about social media. LaShonda knows all about how to get your name out there on this particular platform. She knows all about utilizing this computer so that instead of me being in front of tens of thousands of people, which I have, she put me now in front of hundreds of thousands and millions of people. Another young lady who's on this call right now, Sister Martina out of North Carolina, a brand master. I didn't know her. I knew of her. Y'all, some major things is about to happen right now, because this, give you a little heads up. In 2 weeks from tomorrow, the Stop Renting seminars are going back active again all around the United States. Now, when I did them live prior to the pandemic, hundreds of people showed up. Hundreds. Think about it. Stop Renting seminar. People who are saying, I'm sick and tired of renting. I'm tired of making the landlord rich. Y'all, right now, there's a tsunami of evictions and foreclosures about to happen. Straight talk. A tsunami. If you thought 2008 was bad, I'm on the phone with some real serious heavy hitters. I make pennies compared to these guys. I just sit and listen. I'm like a fly on the wall listening to these multi-millionaires talk about how they're kind of strategizing to take advantage of the millions of evictions and foreclosures that's about to take place. With just this sandwich lease option strategy, with just this one strategy, anyone on this call can make 10 to 20 grand and help people at the same time. Not take advantage of them, not not because they're hurting and about to be in an ugly position. No, we can actually help a person go from that ugly position to a restart. We're talking about 1,000. So I had a great talk to earlier. When was that? Friday, Thursday with my attorney, and he recommended that I launch the Stop Renting seminars again. But now, thanks to LaShonda, I can do them online instead of me going to hotels and hotel to hotel all around the country. What am I looking for then? And having these Stop Renting seminars in every single state. Y'all should write this down. If this may not be you, maybe somebody you know. In every single state, I'm going to need at least 4 to 8 real estate professionals. In every single state, I'm going to need about 4 to 8 mortgage professionals, about 3 to 4 real estate attorneys, construction teams. Y'all, on our new website, we should have a new website up very soon. There's going to be a tab where you, no matter where you are around the United States, if you hit the professional power team tab recommendation, they click that tab, whatever state they're in, they click that state. And then, let's just say, I'm just pick a state out of nowhere. I'm gonna just say Georgia. If they click Georgia, whoever the real estate professionals, let's say the real estate brokers or agents that I have in there, it's only going to be, as I said, a limited number. I don't need 100 of them, unless somebody is not capable of doing their job. And of course, I'll take them off and put on someone else who's qualified and who's getting the job done. But if they click Georgia, they'll see who are the real estate professionals I recommend. They'll see who's the mortgage companies I recommended. They'll see who's the attorneys I recommended. Who's the construction team I recommended. Y'all, some of y'all, that's going to blow your business up like you've never seen before. Because as I said, I'm helping thousands upon thousands of first-time home buyers step into their home. I'm helping thousands upon thousands of investors. And all of that is going to be on our website. So this is an ideal time for many of you. I know I have a particular real estate professional on the line right now who I've been personally working with going on 2 years now. I can't see her at this moment, but Miss Beverly Glass. I want you to unmute Beverly Glass, LaShonda. I'm going to let her say a little bit about who she is and what she can do, what she planned on doing for these hundreds of thousands of people. Matter of fact, y'all, small world. I didn't know Beverly from a can of paint. When I did that first Stop Renting seminar in Atlanta, Georgia, this month will be 2 years ago. Did the first one in Atlanta, the first one I did around the United States was in Atlanta. I met Miss Beverly Glass then. And when she shared her story with me, I told her what's going to come. Y'all, she's been doing very well, but now she's about to do, as we say in the South, gooder. Y'all, let me introduce y'all to one of the real estate professionals that's going to be crushing this and helping you, Miss Beverly Glass. Is she on the line?
I am. How you doing? How's everyone doing?
We good. How you doing,
Beverly?
I forgot everybody's on mute. Yeah. Hey. Yeah, I met Jonathan about 2 years ago in January, actually. January the 21st, I think it was. Right here in Atlanta at a Stop Renting seminar. So I met him on LinkedIn, like you said, and he was saying everything I wanted to hear. So I definitely love helping people, and he said he was going to be doing these Stop Renting seminars and helping me to get buyers, all across from everywhere. And I was excited about his vision. And look, like I said, I've been here in Atlanta. I've been having my license for over 20 years. I'm a broker, and I have other agents. And I am willing and ready to work with any investor. I know the program, and I know the industry, and I know Atlanta. So. And I've been here 39 years. Wow. I'm aging myself sometimes.
Wow. So you moved there when you were 1?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay.
I actually still in the womb. I was still in the womb when I moved here.
Well,
I'm gonna have light bulbs all tomorrow. I'm gonna have all kinds of light bulbs on my tongue.
The light bulb's gonna be popping up at Pinocchio.
Yes.
It's all right. It's all right. Well, I tell you what, I got to tell you that I'm very honored that you had chosen to partner up then. I know the pandemic slowed things down a little bit, but again, thanks to LaShonda, she's taking everything I know and now it's going to be online. So there's really y'all, sometimes what they say, sometimes when we get lemons, we just need to know how to make lemonade. I thought business was over. I was like, oh no, I can't go to these hotels anymore. I'm all over, y'all. We was doing these seminars all over the country, and here it is now. I could just sit in the office and talk to y'all everywhere at one time. Ooh, it got gooder. I'm just saying. And brother, you have made that happen, and thank you for helping the people that you've already helped. But you know the floodgates about to open. You kind of took a sneak peek behind the curtain. So if anyone else on this call, y'all, who's a real estate professional, mortgage professional, attorney, or in the construction industry, again, whoever invited you, you might want to get back with them like ASAP. And if not, again, God bless you. You're going to be hearing about this movement. People need help, and I believe in helping folks. That's what this is all about. But at the same time, the more people that you help yourself and your family as well. So it's a lot of stuff that we're putting together here. What y'all seeing right now, again, is thanks again to Sister LaShonda. Y'all gonna hear me thank her like 100 times. Again, that because that's how my heart works. When somebody, y'all listen, please don't be hesitant. If somebody did something good, say it. If somebody's great, say it. People kill me when they just want to. It got to be about them. It don't got to be about you. It should be about somebody else. The truth is, if we shine the light on other people, when your time comes, the light gonna be shined on you. Trust me. I know the creator of that light. I'm just saying, yours is coming. So LaShonda, for the 19th time on this call, girl, I thank you so much for saying, I hear. She said, what you looking for? I hear. I can help you put this thing all over the United States and then internationally. So I see what she got up right now. She got one of our pages. Again, all of you are going to be able to get copies of everything that you see. There's a lot of forms she's going to show you now, and I'm not going to read everything. This is the duties of your power team. You're going to see what you're going to have. And I totally forgot to say insurance agents as well. You're going to see the importance of an insurance agent, your tax specialist, your mortgage broker, your realtor, title companies, and so on. Oh, so you're going to have me go through the whole thing. And your real estate attorney and your home inspection team and your contractors. Y'all, you're not going to have to worry. Get this now. This is also good. When again, most people on this particular training are already in the class, and matter of fact, they're almost graduated. So a lot of you are going to be brand new. When it's time for me to help you build your power team, no matter where you are in the United States, I'm going to be the one that's going to literally help you identify, should you get that realtor or not? Should you get that mortgage broker or not? I have a questionnaire that I've been using for years, and so when I'm going to help you, so don't feel that you don't know what to say to these professionals. That's my job, Shonda's job, the top executive's job. So we're going to help you no matter what state. Again, we're going to be in every state, y'all, and we're going to have a huge team of professionals that's qualified. Again, everybody's not qualified. You're going to see how I can separate the two. What else we got to show them? We got some stuff.
All right, this is the documents for lease options.
All right, y'all. So here's all the documents you're going to need. Some of you, I know y'all you're ready to really come out the gate running. I'm looking forward to working with. It's a young lady that Martina was telling me about. I don't know how many she brought on board, but I know there's one in particular. So I don't know your name right now, sister. Where are you? Where are you? Unmute Martina. Unmute Martina. Let me know when Martina's unmuted.
There we go. You're looking for Deborah. So
Is it Deborah?
Yes, you can unmute yourself.
Where are you, Deborah?
I'm here.
Deborah, how you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
I feel absolutely fantastic.
Good.
We're gonna make this gooder. At some point, I just wanted to say this to you because I got a million things on my plate, but I didn't want to forget this. at some point, either Tuesday or Wednesday, I would love to do a three-way call with you and Martina to get you off to a fast start. Because I know we had some illness and things going on, and I didn't get to you when I expected to. So I want to personally kind of get you up to speed and kind of make this thing happen even faster for you if you give me permission to do so.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
All right. Okay. I even work faster. I don't know if Martina told you. And if you happen to know somebody who can make a good peach cobbler or sweet potato pie, I'm just saying. You don't have to. I'm just saying. That's all. But I do look forward to
cobbler, but I don't know about the sweet potato pie. You got to talk to somebody else on that one.
We can do one at a time. Peach cobbler sounds good. I'm gonna write that down. Hold on a second. I'm a note taking brother.
Don't.
Oh, you better ask somebody. They say he ain't playing. He ain't playing, not at all.
Okay, I'm looking at my calendar right now. You want me to give it to you now, or you want?
No, I don't want nobody else to know when I'm getting it. No, that's between me and you. Peach cobbler, Deborah, got it. Welcome to the family, sister.
Okay, all right, glad to be here.
All right. Got it.
And Jonathan, Terry invited Bree on the call as well.
Okay. That's who Bree is. Hey, Bree, how you doing?
Actually, I got two people on here, Bree and Sandra.
Sandra, there you go.
Bree and Sandra. Well, hey, Sandra, how are you? She unmuted?
Let's see.
Unmute her.
I'm good. How are you?
Is that Sandra?
Yes, it is.
Fantastic. I'm doing absolutely fantastic. Well, I know one thing. If Terry got you on y'all must be awesome. Terry don't play. I don't find that out. Terry don't play. That man don't play. But I'm honored to be meeting both of you. Well, I met Bree. Everybody know I met Bree. At the very beginning of this thing, I met Bree. I didn't get a chance to meet you, sister. So welcome to the call. Welcome.
Thank you.
Terry is. I can't really express how excited I am to work with him. He is definitely a consummate professional man, without a doubt.
Yes.
I've seen some of his painting skills.
Oh yes, definitely.
I came to Atlanta. I went to LaShonda and Michelle's home, and I got a chance to see that man's painting. That man got talent.
Yes, he does.
And in a couple more weeks, he's going to have something called an option payment. Good God. We ain't playing. So y'all welcome. Bree, you too, Bree. I ain't leaving you out. Look at that. Now she's being quiet. Shonda, show me what else we got up there. I know we got a lot of contracts and some stuff, so we're going to go right through it.
Yeah, so I have on the screen right now the seller's contract. The questionnaire, I'm sorry, seller's questionnaire. So when we first meet those people selling their homes, the questionnaire for them.
It's not up.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. That's right. That's my fault. I have to share again. My fault. That's a different page. There we go.
All right, so y'all listen. When I tell you you're not going to have to figure out anything, you don't have to figure out anything. We're going to literally walk you through and show you how this is done. The next course I have, now right now, tonight, some of you just want paperwork. Some of you just qualify for the paperwork. But the next training that I do for those who raise their hand, we literally walk you through your first deal. And I would strongly recommend that. Again, I do have some people who, for example, the attorney I talked to, he told me, he said, hey, he just going to, just want to be a part of this, but he's very familiar with lease options and all that, and but he wants my input on certain things, but he's very comfortable with his own questionnaire and all this other stuff. So he just wants to see the documents. I said, great. Now I'm gonna tell you what I notice happens. A lot of people, y'all ever ran into someone who think they know but they really don't? so sometimes, I've learned that I leave people where they're at, and then they find out later it might be a little more than you think. My job though is to help you get paid as fast as you can, and to eliminate any hiccups, any bumps in the road. And when they do show up, I know how to circumvent that very, very quickly and to minimize any negative issue. So tonight, all the forms that y'all seeing, the forms that you're seeing, scripts and all that, you all will have access to that. To me personally coaching you to a deal, you have to volunteer for that. You have to let me know you want that, and I show you exactly how I do that and that process. So right now you're seeing the script. Again, we're not going to role play this tonight because I don't want to be on here another hour and a half. But y'all gonna see a basic script. You would call the seller. I teach everybody how to build rapport. You know, we're not robotic. Again, y'all, that one call I was on with that guy, it was the funniest thing. No, I'm sorry, he sent me the recording. And he literally said, now get this, y'all, he literally said this on the phone with the person. He said, he gave his name, and the person said their name, and then he got down to right there, he says, and you know, got a little information about the person, built a little rapport, then he says, then ask, is this a good time? He literally said what I'm saying right now. He literally read that verbatim on the phone talking to, I almost passed out. So y'all, we're gonna have some fun, but if you don't mind, let me or my executive team walk you through it if you should choose. But you will have the documents to do it yourself if that's what you opt, that's what you opt to do. You can just go on. I'm not gonna go through what's the next thing we have. So we got this. Now we got the offer letter. In that offer letter, of course, that's when the seller said they're open to possibly renting it with the option of you buying it. And then we just nicely email them. We put in all the information that y'all talked about, and then they either they're going to sign it or they won't. With the offer letter, we normally give people 48 hours to respond. Y'all, there's two activities that you got to master. Now, hopefully you're going to learn them all in time, but there's two. Mastering making phone calls. Just make them. No matter what you're thinking, it's making calls, placing offers. Making calls, placing offers. He or she who does that the most wins. That's just facts. I'm gonna give you the ratio, so now you will know it going in. It took me some time, but my number is now on average about 30, somewhere between 33 and 40. So when I talk to on average 33 to 40 people, I know I got a deal in there somewhere. Those are my numbers. What was there before? Before it was more like 70. I think it's 70, 72 or 73. I can't remember now. But it was 70 something people that I talked to, and I noticed I got a deal after I talked to close to 70 something people. So, and every phone call, y'all should write down these little basic things. Every phone call should be 5 to 10 minutes max. If you find yourself on there 20, 30 minutes, you just must have got nothing else to do. And you that's not what you're there for. You're there to see if they're open to renting it with the option to selling it. That's what you're hoping for. And then you want to send them the offer via email. Now, the offer was accepted. This is that affidavit of memorandum I was telling you about. This is what a lot of people do not file at the courthouse. So this is your protection form. This makes sure that seller can't backdoor you. They can't sell it to somebody else behind your back if that's filed with the courthouse downtown. But for most people, matter of fact, here's the numbers. Over 88% of the people never, ever, ever filed an affidavit of memorandum. It's just facts. I talked to y'all, I've been training real estate brokers and real estate agents for years on being an investor. Most of them have told me they've never even heard of that form. Most of them. These are facts. So we want to make sure people, I don't want y'all to put a deal out there and got a great offer and you think that that's what's going to happen and they backdoored you. No. As soon as you got that offer, it's signed, we want to get a memorandum, affidavit memorandum filled out, get it notarized, file it downtown. Shonda got all this good stuff for y'all. This is great. Not sure what we like. Okay, looking at here. It's zooming by. All right. Now, y'all, they accepted the offer. We got that affidavit filed. Now we're going to submit. This is the offer is like kindergarten. The purchase and sale that's the real deal. Now, every form that you're going to see, that's why you have a great lawyer on your team. You're going to make sure that form or that document is compliant in your state. Because if you just use a traditional standard purchase and sale agreement or any other agreement without having some key words in it, that's not best for you. My job is to make sure there's key things in a contract that benefits you more. It's not standard at all. So you can even take a standard contract in your state and add some key components that I will have in my particular contract. So we're not going to go through it all at this time. I'm just letting you know that there are some key clauses that we put in our contract that, for example, when I'm offering a contract to the seller, you got to get that. When I'm offering a contract to the seller, there's some different things in there. Like I'm not, for example, I'm not offering much money down. That's for sure. I'm not even offering option payment. I'm offering money I do put up. It's going to be mainly like a down payment, first, second, and in Massachusetts we got what's called first month rent, last month rent, and security. But option non-refundable, no. Not as, remember, not to the seller. Look at number 6, right of assignment. That right of assignment basically means, hey, Sally, the seller, me now, I'm the buyer with Sally. I'm the buyer, right? I have a right to give this contract to another person for them to take it over. That's what that means. I have the right to do that. Now, this same contract, when I give it to my buyer, remember the tenants, they all called you? I say they do not have the right to give that to another buyer. Y'all see that? So that's why I'm telling you, there's some key things that are very, very different that I say to the seller, that my contract, it has some different verbiage for the buyer. Look at the maintenance and repairs. With the maintenance and repairs, y'all get this. Some of y'all are saying, wait a minute, how are you going to avoid being a landlord and having to fix toilets and sinks and all that? That maintenance and repairs portion, I'm going to bring it to life instead of reading it verbatim. So I tell the seller, hey, seller, tell you what, while I'm in this property for these 3 years, remember 36 months, 3 years, if anything happens to the house less than $500 of damage, like a sink, that's not $500 to fix, or a toilet overflow, that's not $500 to fix. Seller, I will take care of anything less than $500. But if anything more than $500, you will take care of, because it's your house. You got the coverages on your house. Roof caves in, or HVAC goes out, whatever. Anything over 500, the seller says sure. They happy. That seller's like, man, he's a little crazy. He's willing to do all that landlord stuff for me. I don't have to get out of bed. Woohoo! Right? Now, when I talk to my tenant buyer, I let the tenant buyer know, hey, tenant buyer, tell you what, anything less than $500 you take care of, because you're planning on keeping this house. But anything major happens over $500, I'll make sure it's taken care of. Make sure y'all got that. So anything that happens for these 3 years, the tenant buyer is going to cover anything less than $500, and anything that happens more than $500, the homeowner is going to cover that. You do not. So again, there's some key things that you put in the contracts. You can move on. You can just keep right on going now. Now, remember, you got that contract now. Now you marketed the property. You got a script for the tenant buyer. So that tenant buyer, remember, they're gonna call you. Y'all, your phone gonna blow up. I'm gonna advise you to not use your personal phone number. I'm gonna advise you to get a Google number or get another type of number, a voicemail type of number or whatever. But you're not gonna. I know some of y'all are gonna be excited when your phone. I don't care what he said. I'm gonna put my own number on there. Okay, that's okay. But see, that they got an old saying, and some of y'all too young, y'all don't know the saying. My mama used to tell me. She said that I used to be a little hard-headed. That still got a little trace of it. My mom used to say, you know what? You're hard-headed. A hard head. Yep, I'm gonna stay right there. So some of y'all, I'm gonna advise you to please learn from my 20 plus years of doing this stuff. Get another number. It's pennies, y'all. Get another number. Now you know every person that called that number, you know it's related to real estate, right? So when they call you, this is the script we use. Again, always start with a warm introduction, and then we ask certain things, and I went over that just a little earlier with you all. I see you, Isabel. Yes, this is it, sister. I told you I'm gonna get you in at the beginning. You get in the beginning, girl. Here you go. Y'all, that's one of the ambassadors who's gonna be helping me with the not only the English speaking community, but with the Haitian speaking community. She's down there in Florida. And she said that she wants to be that lead person. Everything y'all seeing right now will be, get this y'all, in the next, so I think I got it in 30 something days, we're gonna have everything in Spanish and everything in French Creole. Oh, it's about to get good, y'all. Y'all just don't know. So we're gonna go on past the script because they got the gist of it.
And this is the script after the person comes to the home and you really now want to get serious and talk to them about the details, and make sure that they clearly understand what a rent to own is. So this is the person you're looking at, okay, possibly is going to be your tenant buyer. So that's why you'll see this one says after they see the home, they say they love the home. This is when you're really going to start to talk numbers with them and really qualify them even more to make sure they can meet the rent and they have that option payment. And, just about credit issues, things like that. Are they going to be a good tenant? Because there's questions in here about their last landlord and how that went and what they paid.
Awesome. I know. Come on, y'all, give it up. Did God bless me with a shout that y'all go Hercules? Come on, y'all. It's all right. I'm trying to tell you, y'all, there's a lot of people out there that need help, and we're going to help them. There's a whole lot of them. And that's what we're here for. Is there anything else we need to share with them right now? Is there something I missed?
No, I think we had everything. Are there any other questions? I know some of you were asking me questions during the training, and I answered them via chat. But are there any other questions that people have?